Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nafula. If you've not subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend that you subscribe. But if you've already subscribed to my channel, I just want to say thank you for subscribing and thank you for watching my videos. So wherever you are around the world, you'll be able to take pictures that actually meet the DV lottery guidelines. So today, that's what we'll be covering in this video. So if you've already taken a picture, you can also double check with the requirements I'm going to be covering. And also if you're planning on taking a picture, you know what to tell your photographer. If you go to a studio, you know what to tell them so that they know what your expectations of the picture is. Because if you don't submit the DV lottery with the photo that meets the requirements, that is the first step of not even winning the DV lottery. So you have to have the correct photo requirements, and today I'll be covering the photo requirements. Welcome to today's video. Today we'll be reviewing a photo of a DV 2023 winner. So he applied for the DV lottery in 2021 and then he won. He's here. You've seen a couple of his videos that I just posted recently. So today we'll be looking at his photo because everybody has been asking what picture did he use to win. So today we'll be analyzing his photo. So this is the photo. Right here, I'm going to make it bigger. So this is the photo of Geoffrey. And as you know, Geoffrey won the DV lottery 2023 and he's in America right now. So let's look at this picture and let's review it. First, when you just look at the picture is in color. So the picture itself, so the image and everything is in color. As you can see, the shirt is red and the red is reflected in the picture, which means like the image itself is in color. And then now let's look at the background. So the background of the picture, like we said, and if you haven't watched my video on photo requirements, you need to watch that before you even watch this one right here. So the background of the picture is white. So it needs to be white or off-white, which is pretty much similar. So the background, which means like right here, is white or off-white. And now let's look at the image itself. This image, let's start at the top. From here, the top of the head to the bottom. From over here to over here. And this image, you can tell that actually the size of the head is more than 50%, because if you measure from here up top, up here, and then when you come all the way to down here, from here to here, it is at least, more than 50%, and that's what it meets requirements. Let's look at the eyes. The applicant is looking directly at the camera, so you can look at his eyes. Like if you look, you think like he's looking at you, right? So that's how it's supposed to be. Don't look on the side, don't look up, down, or sideways. You have to look directly at the camera. So when you look at this image again, it's neutral, like in regards to facial expressions. Like when you look at him, you can't tell like what emotions he's trying to portray in the image. You can't tell if he's sad, you cannot tell if he's happy, you cannot tell what's going on. He's just neutral, he's just there looking at you, right? So that's how the image is supposed to be. A lot of people take pictures, especially for social media, they're smiling and all that. So you're not supposed to smile. Don't show any emotions in the picture, just be neutral. When you look at his ears, you can see both ears, like when you look at the image. Again, also like look at his hair. You can see the hairline right here. You see the hairline all the way. You can tell where the hairline is. He's not covering his head, so you cannot see like a hat. You cannot see head covering. You cannot see, you just see his hair. And a lot of people are asking like, oh, I don't have hair. How do you expect me to show a hairline? You can have a hairline with no hair. It just shows where your hair was supposed to start. You can be bald, but then you had hair at some point. And where was that hair starting? It was starting at some point. So that point where the hair is supposed to start is a hairline, regardless of whether you have hair or you don't. Some people have been asking me, they're like, okay, this background here, can you take with a blue background and then you just put in a photo editor like a Photoshop and change it to blue? That's like interfering with the image. It's not going to be natural anymore because they want a natural image. If you're playing around, like, using Photoshop, trying to put, like, if this background is blue or a certain color, and then you're trying to use Photoshop or whatever to change it to white, it's not going to be natural. So if you're taking an image, try to take it with a white background. Also, this picture was taken in a studio. Remember the one I showed you? Remember the image that I showed you last week for Juma? If you look at Juma's image, he took that image with a phone, a Samsung phone. But Geoffrey went to a studio, so he took this image in a studio. That is, the studio that's all they do. They take pictures that meet requirements because they approved, I think, by whatever, the embassy of Uganda or whatever, to be taking these pictures. So I put information about the studio on one of the videos that we did with him. So if you're interested, you can go and check it out. So that's about it. So we've looked at the eyes, looked at the hairline, the ears are visible, the face is neutral, head is 50 to 69%, the image is in color, and the background right here is white or off-white. So let's look at the properties. Okay, let's look at the properties of this image. So with the properties, we said the pixel has to be 600 by 600. So if you take a picture that's 2 by 2, it's easy to adjust to like 600 by 600. But if your image is like 2 by 1, that's not going to happen. So the image needs to be 600 by 600 pixels. Let's look at more properties. The image is supposed to be in JPEG format or JPG, which is pretty much the same thing. So you see the document type is JPEG. It has to be in this format. The size, it has to be less than 240 KBs. You see the file size is 17 KBs on this one. So anything below 240, you should be fine. If it's over that, sometimes when you try to upload it on the application, it tells you something. It won't let you upload it because it doesn't meet requirements. And if for some reason you're able to even upload it, you might be disqualified because the picture itself will not be meeting requirements. So make sure the size is less than 240 KBs. And the image should be in JPEG. Don't put in some PNG or some other format. Make sure it's in JPEG. The creation date, it says September 2223 because that's the day that he sent it to me, and so it's that date, but he took it a long time ago. So if you really for people who change the date, usually that's what they do. But I don't recommend you to change the date. Just go and take a picture that's within 6 months. That's how it's recommended. Take a picture within 6 months. And then the size again here is 600 by 600 pixel, and then the image is 72 pixels. So that's about it for this image. I'm gonna X out of it so you can look at it. I'll leave it here with some music a little bit, so if you want to analyze it, you have time to actually look at it. So if you go to a studio and then they take a picture, just compare your picture with this one or with Juma's picture. I'm going to be posting more pictures before the application season, so you can compare your picture with whatever images are here from actual DV lottery winner. So this one is not from the DV lottery site. This is from actual people who applied and they were able to win. So at least you have something that you can compare your image to. If you have any questions, you can type them in this video. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you in my next video.